All right. Hello, hello, all.
Hello, friends.
Yeah, we're
Hello.
alive.
We're live this time. Apparently,
We
I
got
said something
semi-tricks,
weird.
not really.
Well, it just we
No,
had already said
it's one of those.
hello.
Like
Yes.
it felt like we were here, but at the same time we were like, oh, we're going in. And like, oh, okay, like
But
surprise. Like,
so SAG-AFTRA is still on strike, so I can't.
Mhm.
I'm not going to say what I was watching, but I was watching a program, and I'm still a little hyped from it.
oh,
Um, so
uh,
I'm a little manic. So
It's okay. This is a good scream. Good scream. It's a good stream to be
it
manic
is a
on.
good scream.
It's
What are
okay.
you?
My brain is just dead.
No, no, it's a no. You're right. Like, no, you're completely right. It is
Exactly.
that
It's
good.
like Freudian slip kind of thing. Because there will
That's what I
probably be
wanted to
some
say, Chris.
screaming too.
yeah.
Except unless we're spilling the hot tea, as we have learned that if there's hot tea being spilled, I don't give a fuck about jump scares. I'm still not over that. Sorry.
We have found Mana's protection.
Exactly.
I literally block shit.
If the gossip is good enough, it's fine.
Oh, that was my favorite part of the last stream. Anyway, hi everyone.
Hi, Al. I'm Kels. I'm going to be the moron behind the controller who's making zero decisions other than very quickly timed ones occasionally and hitting buttons badly. Sorry, Chris. Love you, man.
My
Rest in
favorite.
peace, Chris.
Rest in peace.
I loved him like no other. Hello, I'm Manabingu. I am one of a button A of decisions, which I am bad at. So, good luck with that, everyone.
I'm Lemur, and I guess does that make me like B?
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
if
button
I
B.
Mana's
mean,
A,
look,
then I'll
you
be
can be
B.
whatever option you want to be.
This is a PlayStation, right?
This is.
X is
I
a
don't
no.
know. Like,
Is it
can I
X is
be
a
the
no?
try the square button? I
You
don't know.
can be the
Triangle.
square button. Yeah.
Okay.
Wanna, like, there's X, circle, triangle, and square.
Okay.
Which
I
one are you in the mood for today?
let me finish my intro. And I am our resident Until Dawn expert. Um, we will have a recap here that the game will show us.
Mhm.
But because of course, due to buffering issues, our recap Maestro does not have a recap for us. Um, yes, cannibalism. Okay, hold on. So let's read what chat's got for
Okay.
us. Yeah, Josh is a vengeful killer, and we failed to save Chris. Cannibalism is a curse. If you eat someone like the miners did, you become a Wendigo.
Yep.
No. A Wendigo moose elk.
Yes, a
You have
Wendigo
to read
moose
the
elk.
full.
You're right.
Like,
I'm so sorry. I tried to. That was censorship, and I was wrong.
how could you?
A Wendigo moose elk.
I
That's
mean,
my
look,
new favorite.
I can tell you something right now. I do not know what the difference is between a moose and an elk is, and I'm too afraid to ask. I do know what a Wendigo is, so, and I know how those ones are different.
I hope
Teacher,
so.
teacher. I think I know the. One of them is Bambi, and the other one is the dudes from Brother Bear.
Yes, thank you. Okay.
That would help
Hello,
a lot
yes,
more if I'd
resident
ever
of
seen Brother Bear.
hello, yes, resident of the Pacific Northwest, and not of Florida. I can tell you,
Not a Florida. Hashtag not a Florida.
I am the only one.
Look, I
I
lived
have
in the
to.
Pacific Northwest for how long, and I
You
still
didn't
can't
learn the
tell you
difference
that.
between an elk and a moose.
No. Look, I am a
There's no
city
helping you.
girl and I don't go out there. Look, that is the moose, elk, other animals domain and they get to do whatever shit they want to out there.
We're not invited.
I mean,
Exactly.
I don't think we're actually interested in the differences between moose and elk. I could tell you, but maybe that's a conversation for a later time. I
Okay.
don't know if we're actually interested
We'll
as
do a
a
whole
group.
stream on learning the difference.
I will make a PowerPoint.
Exactly.
But that's next stream, everyone.
See, it needs to
Yeah,
start
next
out
Tune
with
in
like
next stream.
you giving me like pictures of all these different animals and trying to make me guess them because, as you have figured out over the years, I did not watch Animal Planet as a kid. So there's some things that like I do know because I've seen them, or like they're easily distinguishable from everything else. But there's a lot of stuff that it's like moose, elk, deer, like they're all giant, massive shit that lives in the forest. I don't know what the difference is. So
Crocodile and moose versus alligator and
perfect.
you're so right.
Okay, that is one thing. Maybe the Floridians and the group can
Cultural
write me.
exchange.
You guys
There
can
we
put
go.
together a PowerPoint to tell me the difference between a crocodile and an alligator, because I don't know.
One of them will see you
They're
later,
scary.
and then the other one will see you in a while.
That's
You
it. That's
are
the only difference
so
I know.
right. That's all you need. You know what? We solved all the mysteries in life. So
And that's stream. Goodbye,
That's-
that's
yeah.
everybody.
it. Thanks everyone. Thanks for coming.
Okay, let's get into the game because I don't think we're going to get any more coherent than we are.
No.
And last time on Until Dawn.
What
Wow!
took you so long?
It's not good up there.
I know I did a guitar riff.
Sorry, Chris.
So
No,
we
why did you
learn
remind me?
that the curse is not
so sorry.
passed on by a bite?
Yep.
So we
Maybe
were
you should
correct
attempt
not to
lying,
shoot M.
Sam.
Okay. What about that old guy?
Or
No
were
sign
we?
of 'em. Wait.
I mean, we encountered our third unavoidable death. That one.
That one. That one.
What are you looking for?
Another way out.
And we have one more
Like, there's
left.
no key for the cable car.
Josh, he's gotta have it.
And what is all that?
Okay.
It may have taken him down to the mine.
I think I started to like
was out
Em
there.
a little bit better
horrible.
once I found out how
You've been a
resourceful
cave-in
she was.
50s, I
And
guess.
also
These
because she was
miners
that
got
one
trapped
girl
out.
in Superstore. And I liked Superstore. That was a
what
good
is-
show.
Huh?
Ah.
This is the safe room, M.
Hashtag watch
Fuck, I
Superstore.
can't do this.
You did the right thing.
Keep an eye on her.
And
I'll
we
be back
confirmed
soon.
that he did the right thing, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So bites don't actually turn you.
Okay, chapter 9. 2
Is
hours
this
till dawn.
Danganronpa?
Despair.
Oh no!
Oh,
But I want hope. Anyway.
Okay, so you put crocodiles are bigger and more violent and have a V-shaped snout.
right stick.
So yeah, crocodiles being paired with moose in that instance, correct? Yes, thank you. Okay,
Oh,
because moose
I
are
don't
bigger
wanna
and
ship
more
that.
violent.
I don't
No.
want to ship that.
I have had alligator. It is good.
It is tasty, I will agree.
It was very tasty. I liked it.
It does taste just like a whitefish to me, though. Like, a basic, like tilapia. Or,
Tilapia.
yeah.
Yeah, I could. It's been like a very
been
long
ages
time
since I
I've
had
had it.
tilapia.
So, well, yeah, it kind of tasted. My memory of it's more like chickeny-ish, but not like straight up
But
chicken.
not chicken.
Yeah, I just remember, like, thinking it was going to be a lot more, like, interesting than it was, and then it was like, it feels like I've tasted this before.
Didn't live up to the hype.
I mean, it's
And
not
it was
that
really
it didn't.
tough.
Yeah, it's like a little bit more.
What I had was
Like, I wouldn't necessarily say tough, but it has more bite to it than like a normal fish, I would say. Okay,
Chewy chicken.
why am I here again? I've already forgotten.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to remember.
This is
Chicken
the
was
part where
different.
Mike just decides to go off and try to play hero despite the fact he doesn't know bullshit.
Are we looking for Josh?
Oh, maybe we are.
Because
I
he
think we're
thinks
looking.
he thinks that Josh has a key on him on his body somewhere, so
Yeah,
they
for
can
the gondola.
so they can use the cart to get out.
Yeah,
Which sucks for him if Josh is already dead. So
I mean, look, just because Josh is dead doesn't mean the key is gone.
you're right, because I don't think a Wendigo would know what to do with that key or what have you.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna guess it's not going around trying all the doors and the locks. Okay, apparently that's not where I'm supposed to go.
Okay, so like, I know we already established that Josh was the psycho, whatever.
Yep.
Wait, does that mean that all the ghost trappy things? I mean, I was probably zoning out half the time because I was trying not to scare myself, but like, um, yeah. So does that mean that there aren't gonna be no more like creepy like ghost traps, if that makes sense? Like, because technically he made those, right?
Yeah, so anything that is like super movie-esque, you know, like jump scare you might see in like Scream or some shit like that, probably not
Yeah.
gonna happen now.
Okay, because I'm like, is there more of those technically, or was it like half of it was real, actual Beth, and half of it was not? Like,
I would say that like a good chunk of it, like the majority. Shit.
oh man.
There was plenty of things that Josh set up for us. Like we could potentially still run into them depending on, you know, but there were some real things happening.
Oh,
So like
I
the
mean,
full body apparitions that we saw were like quote unquote real.
oh,
Holy
But yeah,
hell.
so there are like actual real paranormal things that are going on, but they're not like so like the whole like Ouija board scene was all fake. Um there's stuff like that was faked by Josh, but then like whenever like Ashley saw like a ghost in the background, not Josh.
oh shit.
I'm
Wow,
pretty sure. I could be wrong.
that's
I
crazy.
may claim to be the expert, but there's always a chance for error.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering about that. I'm like, well, now it's revealed that like the Wendigo is technically the crazy, I guess monster thingy of the thing. Yeah, the mystery, I guess. So I was just wondering. I'm like, wait, so that means we won't be seeing no more of the crazy ghost appearances by Josh.
I think most of our scares are going to be directly Wendigo related from here on out. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because
Yeah, because he
otherwise,
can't do
like,
anything.
if you think about how most of Josh's stuff was set up, it was all in the mansion, or cabin, or whatever the hell we're calling that thing. And it was all, like, ready to be taped. He was involved in quite a bit of it, being the psycho.
Yeah, he had to control a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
At least Matt lost some fingers. No. I guess that was his revenge.
I don't think Josh set up anything out in the sanatorium.
Nope.
Oh. Oh, never mind that.
So none of this was Josh.
Nope.
I just need a pitchfork and a mob.
Please don't. Don't be one of those guys.
I mean, look, we need something, right?
Fire is good for us.
Yep.
Well, fire is good, but
And the shotgun that I think I can somehow use with one hand.
Good enough.
you should probably load that shit, bitch. Well,
I mean, you don't load any firearm that you aren't going to fire immediately.
oh, true.
It's kind of like you don't point a gun
Fire-
at anything you're not looking to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
So far, we have been good with the aminals.
I know.
Well,
Where's my
still-
puppy?
Yeah, where is the pupper? I thought he
Hopefully.
was.
Hopefully
Wait,
running
didn't-
far away.
What?
Didn't the wolves belong to the guy who died? Technically.
They were friendly with him. No,
Oh, but
hopefully
he
I
didn't
can't remember
own-
where the dog is, but hopefully far away is what I said.
Oh, yeah. I hope so. We were friends. I made good friends.
Oh, well, that's sad if, like, oh, so they don't belong to the guy. Because I was gonna say they probably went out looking for their owner, then unfortunately found him dead. That would be sad.
I mean, if I remember correctly, they were wolves, not actual dogs, but...
Oh, okay. You can't have pet wolves, I guess.
I mean, generally, you don't keep non-domesticated animals, no.
Exactly. He would have been a badass if he had, like, gone to, like, keep them as, like, friendly companions, you know?
Okay, Lemur, where am I going?
Oh my god.
Now that I've walked around
Oh.
this place, lost. It is killing the vibe.
Not necessarily. We could film thriller here.
Wait, what chapter are we in?
9.
Thank you.
Yep.
What's behind door number 1?
I thought I was leaving, but I can't get through the door.
Oh. Because it's locked?
I can't tell. This is
Oh.
what it gives me.
Oh.
I can't go around it.
Are we supposed to go upstairs?
Yeah, okay. So yeah, it takes us back to the sanatorium to see if we can find Josh. Excuse me.
Okay, I think I
There
can
was
shoot
a
off
shiny.
this walk.
Go up the stairs. Go through the gate.
There we go.
Look in the room.
I'm gonna
Danger
guess this
totem
is it.
clue. Yeah.
I just
Okay,
didn't
right.
have the gun before to shoot that off.
Oh, that's why we needed it.
Puppy!
Oh yeah, there. I had to.
Speaking
I
of
just
which,
read it. Yeah, so he's gonna hang out with us.
Happy to see me again, huh? Hey.
like 1,000 years ago.
Hey, buddy.
Hoping I'd run into you again.
Oh, baby.
Alright. Good boy. Alright, pal. You're coming with me. Alright. Here's the plan. I happen to see a map of this place.
He's
So,
talking.
we're not flying blind. There should be a way through the psychiatric wing that'll take us right outside the mine. Think you can handle that? Couldn't have said it better myself.
I just said,
Attaboy.
I now have a dog friend.
hey, buddy, we're gonna adopt you and name you Chris. No! Oh, Chris. My baby.
Rip, Chris. You still wouldn't have lived, but...
He's new Chris.
Which Lemur confirmed after stream. Yes, we're pretty sure Chris still wouldn't have lived, even if I hadn't missed that.
Yeah.
Oh, sad. Oh
Doggy boy,
no.
calm down.
Okay, listen, bitch. The only thing I know is like if a Wendigo kills the dog, it's over for me. Do not
Said you
kill
like you,
the dog.
Wolfie. Stuck on this side.
Don't kill the wolf. The wolf did nothing. It did nothing wrong.
Alright. There goes nothing.
Would it be funny if Jessica just dropped it?
Awesome.
I mean, technically M lived, but wait, did Jessica die? I mean, technically we didn't see her.
We didn't technically see it, but, girl's dead.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
She got... We did see her get grabbed by a Wendigo.
Yeah?
So...
Yeah,
Good
right.
guy moves.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't I, Wolfie?
It's really good.
Considering
so
how
it is-
fast it, ate the dude.
True.
It is possible to save Chris in that moment, but we did some things beforehand
Mm-hmm.
that set us up for failure. So the key point that we
we
because
shouldn't
we
have
tried,
started.
we shouldn't have tried to shoot Ashley. That is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So even if we would have made it to the door, after talking about it after stream last time, I'm also fairly confident that she would have just not opened the door for us because she would have been mad at us.
Yep. And so you die out there by Wendigo anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So if we would have made it, she would have gotten to watch us die.
Yep.
As opposed to just having our head thrown at the cabin.
All right, we've had a doctor's report. The report by Dr. Bowen notes several serious irregularities in some recent patients. It appears that the patients were undergoing some kind of physical change. Reporting physician Dr. W.B. Cathcart, initial report. The patients were first admitted to Blackwoods Medical Facility 5 days ago. During this time, we have run a number of tests, both physiological and psychological. The results have been extraordinary, in contravention of common medical expectations. Symptoms observed: pallor, skin dyspigmentation, and severe vitamin D deficiency, social dysfunction, longer than average readaptation period post-traumatic event, interpersonal behavior erratic, violence towards orderlies, 3 attempted assaults, and 1 attempted scratching. I don't know why the scratching is different from assault, but we'll move on. Symptoms expected but not observed: malnutrition / scurvy. Average Qutolite index was only within negative 3% of normal expected values. They should be dead. Capital letters. Exclamation point. Frostbite. Patient stimulus response between acceptable bounds, 130 to 140 milliseconds to 410 milliseconds. I can read. On the reverse, frailty, weakness, distension of tibia, fibia, and humerus, average negative 1 inch. Observed unusual growth and strength. One patient lifted 725-pound weights. Holy shit.
What the heck?
Suggested action. Place under strict observation. Restraint strongly recommended. Change from 1 orderly to 3 orderlies. And 24-hour-a-day observation. I'm going to guess that probably didn't help either.
Yeah, nar.
Especially considering what condition this bed is in. And the blood on the wall.
Yeah. Your prescription sucks.
Taking a wild guess. Oh,
No, not the other one.
Bitch.
I mean, technically he was. That's a bad joke. Nah, but that's horrible. You don't do that to the puppers.
Look what I got myself into.
Yeah.
I mean,
What a fun thing for me to come back to. So I had to walk away because Maverick was doing bad dog things, and then now there's that dog. So
yeah.
that's sad. Poor-
Let us out. We are starving, freezing. I will make you pay. Stop
What went
testing
on
us
here?
now. With 9.
This is nuts.
9
9
tallies.
days?
Yeah.
Huh. These doors were built like tanks. How crazy were these inmates?
Well,
Yeah.
funny. Should ask.
Fuck, man. This is truly disgusting.
Guess they only go for the organs, but just leave the rest or something.
Wolfie, I miss you. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, look, there's something climbing up the window.
What the hell no for me, goof. Quick, somebody tell some hot goss. No. No. Good dog, bad dog routine. One of them offers a squeaky toy and the other threatens to bite your leg. Shit. Seriously, don't kill the dog. Wendigo. You will pay. I mean, you already killed its friend, but damn.
I mean, that's assuming that was the Wendigo that did it.
Who else would it be?
There's been some fucked up people up here. Just putting that out there, including us, so...
We would never hurt.
Hi!
Oh, hell no. Oh no, we saw vision. We saw totem. It's probably gonna come from the top.
I mean, we also just saw the shadow from above, so...
Yeah. Well, that's where the totem was.
Yep.
so we do have the possibility of the dog dying. So I know what we should do when we get there.
Okay. You take these decisions. You take them.
I have no need to shoot that, and I have limited
No, I wouldn't.
bullets.
I would not.
Rat.
Hi!
That's why.
Oh hell no!
Yeah, shoot him.
Yeah, I was going to, thanks.
It would be weird if you didn't.
No, I was just gonna let him murder me, it's fine.
No.
Left or straight?
Alright,
Alright, we're
left. Sorry. I was trying to read.
Oh man, our light went out.
God damn it.
Mike, why the fuck would you get close to the window?
Cause he's stupid.
Excellent, I picked correct. Okay, lock the door.
Go!
Good boy.
That was way too close.
Yeah, we just saved ourselves time. Inside the room, you're going to hide. Don't move and execute the QTE to grab the bottle that falls. If you have the wolf with you, don't move when prompted.
Okay.
Keep the doggy safe. Yeah, so don't move.
Try
There's going
not
to
to
be a
when.
QTE. Get that bottle.
For anyone who wanted to know, during the don't move segments, your controller literally shakes.
Yeah,
That's terrifying.
yeah, it's mean.
It is very hard to keep it still.
Damn it.
Yo, that is messed up.
Okay, so wolf is safe for now. Execute each QTE to avoid what's coming
Where
at
are you?
you.
I will do my best.
Shoot any that attack.
Huh? Damn it. What the?
Okay.
What?
Oh, chat, I don't think eating a Wendigo was a good idea. Oh, hell no.
Is this shit gonna stop? I'm a fucking bad dream.
Mike, fucking move, man.
Fuck this.
Oh, it's full of them.
One at a time, boys. It's enough of me for all of you.
Why would you want to eat them, though? They're probably horrible. They'll give you indigestion.
I'm gonna run out of bullets soon. Oh shit.
Oh no!
I was too busy thinking about ammo. This is what ADHD does to your brain.
Not good.
You're right, it is not good.
All right, yeah, so we want to roll that.
It didn't give me the prompt of what I was supposed to do for a bit.
And we're going to roll it, and then shoot the barrel.
Yep.
Oh, its spirit got released.
Okay. I have
okay,
control
so-
back.
I think your doggos heard the doggo.
They are appropriately concerned.
Like,
Hey Mike, just think about what this would have been like had you decided to fucking stay in the room with everyone else the way you should have for the next 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly.
Rather
Just
than
barricade down.
fucking
an idiot.
James Bond this shit.
This guy is the guy when you go on road trips that you ask them to get directions like, no, I know where I'm going. He's that guy
Mm-hmm.
who doesn't like ask to stop for direction. He's that guy.
This man has main character syndrome and it is annoying as shit to me.
Maybe all your fingers would still be intact if you weren't such an asshole.
Yeah, maybe.
Also, we did have a choice.
We did have a choice on that, yes.
I don't think anything changes if you do, right? Or if you
I mean,
don't.
you keep your fingers. I would say
There
that's
was
a
a
choice.
no, but like when we cut off the fingers, I remember there was a butterfly effect or some shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck!
Fuck is correct.
Barricade or escape?
Barricade. Barricade, barricade. Okay, sorry. I didn't think you could hear me at first. I was like, no, wait.
Hey, buddy.
Come on. Come on down.
Come
I'll
on
catch
down.
you.
Please.
It's alright.
Please. Please, brother.
Hey, I'll catch you on the flip side, huh?
I hope he lives a long, prosperous life. And isn't Wendigo food.
Okay. Shoot Wendigo.
Okay. I assume I'm still shooting the Wendigo.
Yeah.
Aw, dang. Oh my god.
Oh,
Not
well.
dead.
She's not
Oh.
dead.
Thought
My
she
god.
was.
We were wrong. Oh shit. I mean, that's what I said. I'm like, we never really saw it happen, technically.
Yeah, we just left her behind.
In her underwear.
Mm-hmm.
Because we decided to be horny. Oh.
I mean, remember her whole, like, walking outside in her underwear, like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck Mike. Nothing you fuckers can do about it. Like,
That's what I said, Chad. Don't believe someone is dead until you see the corpse directly. Like, Chris.
yeah, I don't think
And
Chris is coming up from that one in case anyone was hopeful.
Technically, we never saw M. Like when she first fell down, I was like, it's a 50-50. Like, because we didn't see her technically go down, so, like, wow.
I mean, look, it wouldn't make sense to, in my opinion, to have it so that she died there, if only because you have to experience the goddamn consequences of your actions on
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Like, Matt has been absolutely fucking nowhere.
Yeah. But he also believes that she is dead, so he was 100% convinced that she didn't make it out alive. That one.
Shit. Mike must have locked it behind him. Crap. There's gotta be another way in.
Why are we going?
Yeah, why are we not staying in the
Why are
safe
we all
side?
stupid?
How about this?
Hold on.
Why do we
Oh,
suck?
Maverick's doing bad dog things. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Should we try it?
Well, it's not like we got a whole lot of choices here.
Da-da-da. Okay, thanks for just watching him.
Okay, this is maybe the last place I would want to be right now.
Same.
So who's going first?
Girls, just stay in the freaking place. Like, if we listen, we all have to, like, have
It's not so
somebody
bad.
to be lookout.
You think this is the tunnel to the sanatorium?
Of course it is. Where else would it go?
Literally anywhere else on the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know.
Damn, why do we suck? We had. It infuriates me because, like, we had one job. We had one job and we sucked at it, which was just stay there till Matt comes back, and in 2 hours
Hey,
we would be rescued.
hey, we should close
I mean, sorry,
this,
Mike.
right? Huh? I mean, what if something's following us?
Yes, fine, close it. But we gotta keep moving. Can you just catch up, please?
Yeah.
This is probably going to be the worst thing we ever do. Let it like come back to bite us. Do you think this tunnel leads to the peak of the mountain? Yeah,
Yeah.
it sure does.
Da, 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 da.
Okay, to be fair, I guess they have to give the girls their Indiana Jones moment too. So, I mean, I guess for the story progression, it makes sense for them to go places, but at the same time, it's like, why?
I mean, like, story-wise, like, it wouldn't make sense if they just sat in the room for 2 hours. That would be very boring.
Hello?
But,
Who's there? Anybody? Jessica! Is it you?
okay, do we want to
I mean-
investigate the voice or rejoin the group?
I think we should rejoin the group.
Okay. Region group.
Okay,
Hello?
you were just relieved to not have to make a decision on that one.
Yes. I mean, I feel like
Gosh.
there's strength in numbers.
I mean,
So, like,
currently
if
we're
we-
going to be alone right now for a bit anyways, so...
If we all find Jessica at the same time, then
Oh my god,
There
I'm
you go.
so glad to see you.
Glad you're safe.
Who says we're going to find Jessica now?
oh, damn.
Look,
I mean, she could have
Look there.
told them that
Wow,
they
great.
heard something.
the ladder's toast. We're never gonna make it up there.
No, I think I can. I think I can do it. It's like a rock wall. I'm gonna keep going. You should head back to the lodge. I've gotta get Mike.
Good luck.
Oh, so they just walk her there?
Yeah, apparently.
What the? What was the point?
I mean, to be fair, like, not everyone can climb a rock wall.
Oh, yeah, me.
So, you know, it's one of those things, like, it would have been great if everyone could come, but also, realistically, there are going to be at least someone who can't get up that. Hey, Josh.
I.
How you doing? Just hanging around? He's just
Oh.
dropped in.
Oh, he's just hanging out. Ah. I hate it here. Hate it here.
Let's
Thank
see.
you for being the resident climber. Girl has more upper body strength than me. I wouldn't. I could never. Like, not me.
And now you know why everyone's not here.
Not me.
Beat you.
I could
I
never.
can beat you.
I don't have upper body strength.
I have a decent
literally-
amount of upper body strength, but even that, I'm not... Oh, shit. I didn't mean to drop down there, but I guess we're doing that anyways.
Are we finding Jessica?
I don't know. We're down here now.
Just thought he'd swing by. Damn.
Right now, we seem to be in the caverns of hell, so, you know.
Hello?
Yeah. Not a good place to be. Oh man.
Currently completely unarmed.
Yeah, we suck.
I will say, she looks very good in those leggings.
I'm sad though, like, we don't have common sense, but
I mean,
That's
at this
yeah.
point, we're trying to save Mike from his own bad decision.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh. That was like the mummy ride, you know? Yeah. I love that ride.
It is a good ride.
It's probably my favorite in Universal Studios, not gonna lie. everyone's like Spider-Man or something.
Come on, girl, you can do
I don't know
it.
what's the most popular ride. The Hulk? I don't know.
The
But for
Hulk
me,
coaster is really overrated.
it really is. I've been in there one time, and that was enough for me.
It's really great if you want like your back realigned.
God, you're so right. Like I went on there and like yeah, the only thing I experienced was mild discomfort afterwards because I was like, what just happened?
Yeah.
Like don't get me wrong, it was fun to feel the thrill of it because it was like one of those rides where it's like, oh, I would never go on that thing. And then I went one time, and then I was just like, huh, hi,
Which way?
my back hurts.
Right or left. Doesn't matter.
Lemur?
I'm looking.
Oh, sorry.
So I sit here and just look back and forth. And back.
Like the
and-
cats with the flashlight.
Exactly.
Where's the cat when we need one?
Also, let me just say it makes it a lot easier that she's wearing the light on her head because sometimes when they have the flashlights, they get pointed weird directions.
I think we want to go left
Okay, we'll go left then.
because that looks like the sanatorium.
We have made our decision.
Oh, you went on the Seven Dwarf Mine Train? Yeah, I like that one. That was nice.
I've actually never been on that one. That's the one queue that it triggers my anxiety really bad, so I've never been able to sit in like the 3-hour queue that they make you sit in.
Hello?
Mhm.
Don't think anyone's there.
I would rather it be nobody than a Wendigo. EBH.
Yeah, all we have is a shovel, so
Yeah.
quick reminder.
Yeah, and they need fire to be put out. She has the light on her head and the moonlight directly shining on her butt.
Exactly.
Oh my god, you're right. I didn't notice that until. Yeah. Oh, hello? Is this a flamethrower? What is this?
That looks like an oil can.
Oh, that might come in handy.
No, it's empty.
Ew, roach infested. Ew.
I mean, it is outdoors.
Okay, but also, roaches, why are you drinking gasoline?
Because
They're gonna
they'll
be super
drink anything.
Ew. Greasy ass motherfuckers. Nar. That's the one thing where I'm like, what the fuck do roaches even like do or eat? Like, do they eat like what? What?
They will
what-
eat literally anything. So,
Crazy.
like, that's the whole issue with roaches. You have paper, they'll eat it. You have,
What a stomach lining do they? They're so small.
I mean, these things would live through nuclear war, so.
Holy shit!
Oh hell. That's a hell no for me, Chief.
Shit!
Yeah, girl, you only have a shovel. You shouldn't have come here. Y'all should have stayed.
And as a reminder, Mike isn't here.
Yeah, and he has the gun.
Well, no, we were trying to find Mike, but we know Mike isn't here
Oh.
because
why
we
are-
just got him into the mines. Oh, never mind. There's Mike. Gonna flip-flop it around second time.
That's it.
Hell.
Come on, let's go.
Okay, Mike, big fucking words for someone that was just on the ground.
Run!
Yeah.
Do you remember what the
Got any
problem is
marshmallows?
with releasing the Wendigos, though?
But
By killing them?
The only thing that happens though is like they will come back only if it's like if you eat someone, like cannibalism.
Mhm.
These guys don't have a reason to do that. Like why would
Who knows? Someone might need a
Just
snack.
fine, all right.
Oh
Alive.
my
They still heavily imply that
Let's find a way down to where this fucker
releasing the spirits is not a good. I mean, we've had to, but
Mhm.
yeah.
I will say that doesn't really go anywhere. That like tidbit of where they're like, oh, like you never know.
Emily!
Never really goes anywhere.
No. They keep reminding
Mike, there's
me.
no key for the cable car.
Josh. He's gotta have it. No, he's gone. We're too late. Shh. Quiet.
It's wild that
May
they
have
decided to
taken
show
you
that
long
after we
enough.
saw Josh be dead. Or
Right,
not Josh,
like,
Chris.
what's the point, man?
I'm gonna get that key right from that thing's goddamn bedroom, and then I'm gonna get us all the hell out of here.
You're gonna spend the next 2 hours trying to get that key.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Run!
And it ain't gonna work.
Well, it's more that then it's gonna be dawn, so the rescuers are going to come.
Yeah.
Let's find a way down
And
to
then
where
we
this
would have
fucker
gone
lives.
out there for nothing.
Like, someone didn't think that through. Someone being Mike.
Yeah.
Alright, chapter 10, Repentance. 1 hour until dawn.
Oh. And
Final
now
chapter.
our therapist is mad at us more. Oh, don't tell me he's gonna turn into Wendigo too.
I wonder how much these sessions are of any help to you now.
He is
Just
decaying
listen to me
as
and
Josh's
breathe.
mental state is becoming more erratic.
Fucked up.
Oh, he said it. Fucked up, yeah.
Yep.
So I'm gonna leave you now, Josh. It's time you learn. There's more to be afraid of that can be dreamt up by the unhinged imagination of a self-indulgent, spoiled little brat. You had so many people who cared about you, who were willing to help. But at every turn you choose to push them away, and now you're all alone. Though by the sounds of things,
And he's
won't
not
be
wrong.
alone for long. No, you won't be alone for long. Deep breaths, Josh. Deep breath.
Wow, dude, you seem mad. You should see a therapist. About that.
No.
No, Ferre Jacques?
No, not again.
I'm not gonna attempt it.
Get away! Get away! Get away from me! No, you're dead!
Sorry.
You're dead! Shut up!
Oh, his sister.
Mm-hmm.
You're dead! It's not ready. You manipulate. You are a coward. There, gun. Yeah, the one that's there. Love it. I don't take orders from you. You can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me what to do anymore. Let's run out for Josh. Okay.
I feel bad for him.
I trust you. I trust you.
You
I
should
trust you.
not trust
No,
him.
don't trust the voices. No. That's
Hey, Beth.
oh no.
You're not real.
You were all alone down there.
Oh.
Not again.
Oh, he just keeps seeing them.
All alone. But you're with us now. Family.
Okay, I know I'm looking for something down here. Does it say where it's at?
Get away!
Why didn't you
Don't trust
save
the
us,
voices.
Josh? Why did you want us to die?
I didn't want you to die. I swear.
Like, it's not your fault, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, oh, I mean, I know he He feels guilty, but like at the same time, it's just he literally couldn't do. Hold on, not the big.
Remember how we said we were afraid of gore?
Oh, that's why it. Oh man, I should have said snakes or some shit.
Is this what you want?
No! No! Why are you doing
No,
this?
girl. Yep, that's
Leave me
skincare
alone!
routine.
Why are you doing this?
Why didn't you save us, Josh? Why did you want us to die?
Oh, so I should have lied. That just looked like it was being birthed in the ooh.
Thing used to be a person.
That's worse.
Yeah. Maybe a minor.
Maybe someone who worked in the sanatorium.
There was so much weird shit happening up there that wouldn't even begin to surprise me.
What kind of weird shit?
Someone was
Girl.
capturing the Wendigos. Had them all tied up in these restraints. I saw some real fucked up shit.
Wow.
I must have just let them all out when I blew the place up.
Huh. Smooth move.
Smooth move, genius. Guilt isn't always logical.
It is
yeah,
not.
You're right.
Especially survivor's guilt is a fucking trip.
Yeah.
Torture? But that already happened. What?
The house being on fire? Or the cabin,
Yeah.
or whatever it is?
Oh wait, I thought that was the sanatorium we just moved.
No.
No, that was the cabin.
Mike,
Oh,
is that what
that's
I
a
think it is?
fortune.
Still in our future, potentially.
Yep. And fortune is good stuff, so we found Beth's watch.
Oh, Beth.
An empty grave with Beth's watch lying in the dirt. Someone or something has dug up her body. Well, we found her head, so it's just the rest of the body we're missing.
Mike, this is Beth's. This is her watch.
What? Let me see.
Look, there was a cross here.
How helpful that
She's buried.
it had her name on it and wasn't like one of those $20 Walmart watches.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Might as well be.
Because, like,
Good
let
thing
me
the
just say,
Washingtons are rich.
if that had been, like, me who was in there, you would not be able to tell any of my shit. None of it has my name on it.
Okay, at the same time, like, no offense, but how many people personalize all their shit? You know what I mean?
Rich people.
Rich people.
Oh god, you're right. They are rich enough to, like,
It's okay.
own this
Sure.
place.
Yep.
Dead yet.
The Washingtons are.
Famous last words.
I mean,
Very
they,
rich.
they own the entire cabin, so.
It's freezing. I can't feel my fingers.
I'll say, don't they own? They imply that they own the mountain too.
Yep. Yeah, because that's why the
People
locals don't like
owning
them.
a whole ass mountain. I mean,
Because if I remember correctly, isn't there, like, his dad's like a movie mogul or something like that?
Which is why he was so good with the effects.
Right.
Yeah, so his dad is a movie person.
that would make sense why they have so much money.
Yeah, so all the, like, prop shit in the basement that he
Mhm.
was able to use. Now you
From
know why
Daddy.
it was in there.
Daddy.
They're not
No
just
wonder
weirdos
his
that keep the
parents
scream
aren't
mask in
around.
the,
That's why they're not around. They're too busy making damn films. They're too busy in Hollywood right now. To be in Washington. Because who goes there randomly?
I mean, once again. Oh, look, another head!
What the hell? Oh
Jesus.
no. Oh no. Oh no, they can swim.
You see that?
Why can't they swim?
Bodies.
Oh,
Oh, probably
oh my
so
God.
after.
No!
I'm gonna be sick. Oh, oh,
Oh, he's gonna throw up.
oh, wait. Hold on. I think I saw something.
It's Jess.
Hey, Josh.
I don't take orders from you. I don't take orders from you. You can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me what to do anymore. You can't tell me what to do.
Poor guy's having a
Oh,
whole mental
buddy.
breakdown.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
I
funny,
trust
buddy.
you. I trust you. I trust you.
I just feel sad for him.
Yeah.
I mean, as a reminder, he did some really fucked up shit, but
Josh!
He did.
Mike. Josh! Hey, man. Don't hit me, please. Well, you were deep in it, man. Full mental jacket.
We didn't think we'd get you back.
Hey, let's just get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Josh, do you have the key for the cable car?
Yeah.
Oh, good. See that over there? That means there's a direct way out. Come on.
I hope they
There's
get
no
him
way Josh is
out.
gonna make it up there.
Okay. If you help me up, I can go back to tell the others we're okay.
Yeah, good.
You bring Josh back the way we came, and we'll all meet at the lodge.
Be careful.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you for having rock
All right,
climber
let's go, you fucked up son of a bitch.
friend. Damn. Oh, chat's right, because anything with your name on it is evidence if you leave it behind.
it
So
is
it could also work
You're gonna have to
against
thank me
you
so
if you
much, man.
personalize all your
Yeah,
shit.
I'm sorry about before, man. I thought you killed Jess. I was wrong.
Wait, dude, you're saying that as if you didn't see her running around right now. Like,
He didn't.
You
We
didn't.
did.
We did, yeah.
then how is he? Never mind. I'm not gonna question. I'm not gonna question.
He just knows now that Josh didn't kill
Hmm.
her. So.
Yeah.
Because there's Wendigos.
Oh.
Oh, look, another don't move. Can't wait.
Mhm.
And it's a fortune one?
Yep. I mean, look,
Okay.
something good happening is relative. Good is a relative term here.
Mhm.
Even if a Wendigo was involved?
I mean,
And we could. That could be us surviving.
hmm
Okay. Oh, true.
could also be us failing, but you know.
Yes.
No, let's not jinx that. You know what? The only thing I'm satisfied with right now is the doggo is alive. So
Yeah, there you go.
The dog got out.
I will
That's all I care.
say, I'm not. There could be other ways between now and then, but that is one way you can kill Sam. So we might want to make sure if we get there, that we pass that QTE or that don't move. Excuse me.
I will do my best. Once again, they make these don't moves very hard.
Yes, they do.
Let me just say, I far prefer the don't breathe.
What do they know if you're not breathing?
No, so in the quarry, you have to hold down a button, and then you release it when it's safe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which makes it a lot easier to do it,
Yes.
rather than not moving your controller at all.
Oh, okay.
Because literally, if I move a muscle, the controller feels it. Which is how I think we failed one already. But that's why we failed it, was because I had the controller in a weird place that I couldn't hold it for a minute.
Why did Josh zigzag?
Because I'm looking for shit.
Oh, hell no.
Bye, Mike.
Oh, hell. Oh, my.
Hello.
No, you're not real! No, you're not! Ah!
Oh.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
The tattoo. Did he? Wait, was that real? Or was that not real? Oh my god. Wait, what? Hold on, wait, what?
We'll just let you process that one for a second.
What? Okay, I am confused. Either that was an illusion, or what? Why, what? Yo, man, I'm mad confused.
Holy shit.
Oh, we're gonna die.
Jess, is that you?
Oh, hey, she got found.
Matt, what have you been doing for like the last 6 hours?
How the fuck are you still
Trying to
alive?
survive.
He's just wandering around this place, completely oblivious. Okay, are we going to inform her that we're not alone up here, or question what the fuck happened to you?
Mama.
I guess we should inform her that way she is aware, and then it's better to be informed, I guess.
There's something been going on tonight. Someone really fucking with us up here.
No,
What?
it's not someone, it's something.
Jess, you had a pretty rough night. It's pretty confusing.
No, I'm telling you.
It's okay.
Matt, shut the fuck
I
up.
didn't mean to scare you.
Oh, God.
Can you move?
Yeah.
Come on, Jess.
Well, at least someone found her.
Again, he's just been like completely fucking oblivious down here, just wandering around.
Yeah, he just thinks that there's a psycho.
Yeah.
We did, I don't know if we talked about this on stream or if it was after, but yeah, Matt just thinks there's a psycho. He doesn't know anything about it. He doesn't know that there's some monsters.
In here.
It was me.
What?
I fell through that roof.
You fell this far? Jesus. There's two of us.
Oh, maybe we should have said what happened to you.
Goddamn fire tower down here.
Matt, I feel like you can't sit there and go, yeah, you know what bad thing happened to me, when you literally let Emily drop. Like, come on, man.
I mean, I know we don't like Jess that much, but also I feel bad for her right now.
Yeah.
She's had a rough night, we'll just put it that way.
No, Chad. We can't drink the bath water. Nar. It has cooties. Also, you were very far away from the bath. So.
Luckily we have fire, like nothing else, but, you know.
Hell no.
Which way?
Hide or run?
Run.
Jess.
That might have been a really bad idea. Sorry, everybody.
Come on.
Yeah, Jess can't run as a reminder.
Oh.
No!
That's right. Oopsie.
Oh.
Oh. Well, we just killed Jess.
Yeah.
Damn.
Holy crap.
And now Matt is informed.
Run or break through?
Mama's choice.
Breakthrough.
Which way?
thank God that wasn't that long. I had the controller in a weird place again.
Yeah, cause like Wendigo see you if you
If you move. Yep.
So it was either we fall off the mountain and that's it for us, but like, damn. Okay, so I guess we killed Jess. By
Yeah, I
running.
will say we saw her body now.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Whoopsie.
She didn't survive as long as I thought. So I guess if we chose the other one, she wouldn't have.
It's
I mean, there's
more
still
likely
a
that she
chance, but
wouldn't. Yeah.
Come on.
But she probably would have been the one to go because she is the one who was more hurt. She can't really survive in her state.
she would have an issue, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that
That's-
wasn't very kind of me.
Just as like Jacob from the Quarry, she sucks, but she doesn't deserve what she's getting. Yeah.
Yeah, let me just say, like, this playthrough, she's been pretty, like, pitiable. There are playthroughs that she is not, so.
Yeah. I guess, I mean, obviously this whole game, the whole point is like everything has a effect, essentially.
A
Not really-
consequence, yep.
Well, that losing that character didn't hurt as much as Chris, but I mean, yeah.
Chris, you
It
locked yourself
is
out
what
of,
it
so.
is.
Ironically, by
Yeah.
trying to save him.
Damn, I'm stupid. It's okay. I'll look up the version where he lives.
We're just gonna get a little bit of hypothermia.
No, that's the worst. But hey, we can climb and stuff. Also, oh shit.
Just keep
I
swimming.
hate
just
the
keep
fact
swimming.
that they can swim. I hate that very much.
That's the thing that gets you?
Yeah, cause like, you know how there are some animals where like if you go near water, they won't come after you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they can't swim. But knowing that they can swim, well, that sucks. Because now you can't use water as a way to keep you in the Wendigo away from you.
I mean, I should point out, in this weather, you cannot stay in the water for long at all. So it's not really a realistic way to evade one.
Yeah.
If this was in the middle of Florida, maybe. But, like, that's, like, one-way trip to Hypothermia Town.
Yeah. And the fact that she's still like wet walking around, yeah, she's definitely gonna get hypothermia.
Yeah. Lemur, you take this one. Just save the girl. Oh. This is...
Hey!
We make it.
Oh, come on, open up! Guys, come on, are you in there? Let me in!
Is that our confirmation that Ashley did lock that door?
Sam.
Mike. Oh, gosh. You look terrible.
Gonna look worse if we stay out here. Come on.
You know what?
Time to
At
bash a rock
least-
through your window.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah.
Which
Way
is
to
why
do it.
glass doors are a horrible idea, in case anyone was wondering.
Yeah. Wait, but we saw this place burning.
Division.
God.
It hasn't burned yet.
Awful way to go.
Not good.
So about that fourth inevitable death, I lied. It's not technically always a
Maybe
death,
someone left down there.
Oh.
but Josh did die.
Yep.
Oh.
There's something, that you have
Josh
to get,
can live.
but I
Josh
couldn't
can-
find it.
Wait, what did we do wrong?
Like
I'd
there
have
is
to look.
some item, if I remember correctly, of Hannah's that makes him recognize her.
Yeah, and then he lives.
Yeah.
And we'll talk more about what that means later, but know that Josh lives is in quotations.
Yeah.
Because it's not like anybody else that can live.
Chances for survival.
I'm trying not to
So
think
we
about it.
didn't get the item in time?
I couldn't find it. Yeah.
So we got the Josh bad end.
Lock the door, follow Mike. We're gonna lock the door. Shit.
Yeah, left door.
Buy ourselves some time.
Not realistic for you, but some of us are built different.
All right, here's a bunch of don't moves.
Oh god, they don't.
Don't move. Don't fucking move a muscle.
I think this might be the only point in the story where you can kill Sam. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, because she has to survive to this chapter.
Yeah, because we have to get to this point. So we see this stuff.
Because I think she's the whole reason why you have to get to chapter 10, if I remember correctly.
God, that's the.
I think maybe Mike too.
I want to save Sam too.
Yeah, I think so. Well,
I know it.
guess who's about to make a fire?
He is.
Yeah, because I think you can kill them both here. Because I think that's how we killed them last time. Or the time we killed everyone.
Yeah.
Think item?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, this was probably our vision.
The last one was our vision. I feel like I have to breathe between don't moves.
Yeah, right. I'm like, oh, got one. We have saved Emily.
Woo! Save Mike or run.
Oh, I can't remember. Save Mike.
Okay.
No, run to switch.
Okay, you answered too late.
Shit. Okay, hold on. I think
Oh,
it's
no.
good. The save. So we got Ashley out. I think you're about to have another don't move. So don't try not to move. Because she'll survive if you can do this, I think.
Oh, thank God.
Ah!
Tells me don't move, and I want to move. All right, run for the switch or hide.
Hide.
I'm gonna save Sam.
I'm trying, Mana. I kind of like don't want to look. I'm like so stressed.
Run or hide.
Hide. Hide. I'm so stressed, guys.
You are.
That's her
Huh?
too.
Yeah. Okay, this is how because we're gonna save Mike.
For sure. Damn, she is brave. Ew, they need toothpaste.
Hell yeah, Kel.
Oh,
Please tell me that
yeah.
was it.
I think so.
Oh, thank fuck.
Hell yeah, Kel.
Yeah, you did it.
They tell me don't move, and immediately the first thing I want to do is goddamn move.
Oh, we saved Mike. Or Matt,
We have visual.
Mhm.
right?
Main structure
Yep.
is completely
Matt's not dead, so we
destroyed.
saved 5.
Hold on. I'm seeing something. It looks like there are survivors.
All right, let's see how we did.
Well, lost 2. Well, 3. We lost 3.
If I wouldn't have been an asshole, we could have definitely saved Jess. I forgot that she couldn't run.
Oh,
Um,
No!
my bad.
Okay, so that's what happened to them.
which was unavoidable.
Chris was the first one technically to die.
Yep.
No,
Sorry,
best
Chris.
friend.
That was my fault, but also wouldn't have gotten anywhere. Killed Jessica.
That was my fault.
That was your fault.
That was your bad.
And Josh, because I couldn't find the stupid item that I needed. So he realized it was Hannah too late.
I couldn't.
But what would have happened?
I
We'll
was
talk
so
about it.
scared.
Later.
And I saw it. Tear him apart. Right in front of me.
I had the door locked, but
Yeah, you're so dumb.
He held it right up to my face. Right here, right in front of my nose, and he could have shot me. He almost shot me, the prick. I mean, you go out with a guy for however long and you think you know him, but man, this one really takes the cake.
I really can't blame her for that either.
I can't
Right.
blame her.
There, and I could have done something. I tried to do something. It wasn't good enough.
Oh, baby boy,
He's out of his
no.
fucking mind. He wanted to hurt us. Okay? And I thought he was the one who attacked Jess.
I thought we were close. After his sisters disappeared, he
Getting
come and
shot is
talked
kind
to
of a
me.
deal.
He said I was the only one who understood him. I thought we had a connection.
If you need someone to talk to,
I'm fine.
sometimes after a traumatic
Therapy,
experience,
Sam.
I said I'm fine.
She needs a lot of
Girl-
therapy after that.
Girl, just
I
talk to
heard Jessica. I don't know how or why she was down there, but I know I heard her.
Oh.
We could talk about what that was too.
You're bringing in Meat Brain next? Gonna kick him around a bit for me?
I'm sorry.
Meat Brain, Mr. Muscle Brawn, Matt the Incredible Sulk.
Is there something we
I can't blame her for this one
Oh,
either.
No, nothing
I-
important except, you know how he basically left me to die up on a freaking tumbling tower like a world-class douche nozzle?
Douche nozzle.
You need to listen to me. I don't care if you believe me or not. Doesn't matter because you will. You need to go down to the mines.
What's in the mind, Sam?
I've seen what's down there, and I'd give anything to unsee it.
Yeah, girl. It was uncomfortably close to your face.
That it was. All right, well,
Wow.
we finished our
So-
playthrough.
We did. If we would have followed those voices as Ashley, we would have walked her straight into a Wendigo. We would have.
Oh.
It would have been Beth. She would have died. So that's what she thought was Jess was a trap.
So let's take a
Um,
step back for a second. So the Wendigos that we have in play for this game,
Yes.
because it's very easy to miss except for the Hannah tattoo at the end.
So the Wendigos are well, not Hannah or not Beth. I'm sorry. So Beth dies,
Mm-hmm.
and Hannah eats her, which is how she becomes a Wendigo. The other Wendigos are those miners that were taken to the sanatorium.
Yeah, I figured it out. but-
So that's where all the other Wendigos came from. They got trapped in the mines, proceeded to eat others, and that's why they were able to survive. And they were talking about like, oh, that's really suspicious that they're all fine. They're not all fine.
Yeah.
Um,
Surprise.
They are not.
so before we talk about Josh's quote unquote good end, was there anything else that we wanted to talk about? Because I feel like Josh's good end is going to take us a bit.
Was the Wendigo that ripped apart the other Wendigo at the very end, Beth? I mean, Hannah or
Hannah.
Yeah,
It
Hannah.
was
So
Hannah?
the one that was not like all of the minor ones had clothes on.
Okay.
Hannah did not, and of course she had the tattoo. But yeah, no. The one stalking them, all of that is all Hannah. The one that kills Josh, Hannah. Yeah. So there, I'm looking it up. Oh, thank you. Reddit. That's not helpful.
Send as many cops down to the mines as possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you
so-
get flamethrower people. Flame dancers.
That's not what I want.
Professional arsonists.
Yeah.
So there are two endings. There's only two endings for Josh. So he either dies the way that we saw it, or in that moment he recognizes his sister and she takes him away. We don't know what happens to him until we get the end credits scene, to which we see a hunched over Josh, maniacally was that was the word I wanted, eating something, making like snarling sounds and kind of twitching. And we see that his transformation into the Wendigo has begun. And we hear a bunch of voices, and it's the rescue team going into the mines like Sam told them to find Wendigo Josh, who then proceeds to kill them.
Oh.
That is, I don't, like, so it's like quote unquote good end. I don't know if you would consider it a good end because he lives, but he also becomes a Wendigo. So is that really living?
Yeah, lives is in quotation marks.
So he lives,
Yeah.
but then he dies.
He
I mean, he
lives
killed-
long enough to see himself become the villain.
Oh, chat said that would have been the best ending. Oh.
Those are
Sorry, chat.
it. Yeah, I don't remember what we need to get. Yeah, so when like I
thought
said,
we had the watch.
Sam found that.
And that was Beth's. It's something of Hannah's, if I remember correctly, because it must be that he's got her on the mind or something. Because if I remember correctly, that scene, like, he looks at the Wendigo that is attacking him and immediately recognizes her. Whereas this time, he didn't recognize her until he saw the tattoo.
But, like, no offense, what does... I mean, if Wendigos are already feral or whatever, what would recognizing her do? You know what I mean? Like, how
Well,
would
they
that...
have this moment of, like...
It's like a recognition moment.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing that I think that the Hannah Wendigo has over the miners is like, because she's stalking them, she knows these people. I think there's some level of her remembering them, which is why she is like systematically going after them, and fucking up their shit. Let's see.
Wait, does that mean Wendigo Hannah also killed Chris? Or was that a minor?
I think it was a minor.
I think it's a minor, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you have to find the journal. So Hannah leaves a bundle of papers that she used as a journal.
Right.
That tells of how she was trapped down in the mine and starving. She took desperate action for which she felt profoundly guilty. Then her body begins to change, and the journal ends in incoherent scribbles.
Yes, that's right.
So the journal itself in case you want it, because I have the Wikipedia page up. Day 1, my little sister is dead. The fall killed her. I watched the color drain from her face. My leg is broken. I'm all alone stuck here with Beth's body. Someone will come soon. So Beth immediately dies as soon as they fall.
Yes.
Day 5, I've never been so hungry. It feels like my stomach is twisting around inside. I took Beth's sweater. Much warmer now. She's still looking out for me. Day 30. I'm sorry, Beth. I have no choice. I'm dying. It's the only way I can survive anymore. If someone finds this, I'm sorry. I had to. I had no choice. Forgive me, Beth. I'm sorry. Day 33. My hands feel unclean. My nails fell out, pushed out. I'm aching, but no more cold, no pain. I'm getting stronger. And then further writing devolves into scrolls. The entire page is crisscrossed with dark black lines with the faint view of the words hunger, 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 and Beth.
I mean, wait, she was stuck in the mine, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, I was gonna say I'm like she couldn't get out and hunt or something like
Well,
that.
she also had a broken leg.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
So that keeps you from doing a lot of things like escaping.
But also, like, what average, let's say, 16, 17-year-old can do that? Especially when their father is a movie bigwig and they're like,
well, as a
I
reminder,
doubt survivalist.
even Sam had to get pushed up by Mike to even get to a place where she could start climbing. So
yeah,
Hannah with a broken leg is not gonna do shit.
No. Yeah, so when I said that there's 4 unavoidable deaths, I technically lied about the 4th one. Because he could technically live.
He could technically live. Depends on how you think that the thing with the cops actually ends up going. Because if I remember correctly, they leave it ambiguous. They're just finding him, and we assume that he's gonna fuck them up.
And then I think we hear screaming.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
to
we
be
don't
fair,
actually
I would
see it.
see something like that and scream too. So.
Oh yeah, no. I would probably scream like shit my pants and then immediately get murdered.
Yeah.
Like that's how it would go.
I mean,
unless
look,
like the cops acted fast enough and they did try to like shoot him.
He's gonna take at least someone down with him. It depends on how quickly they get over the shock, how many people live. So
yeah,
and whether they actually listened to Sam and brought fire.
Yeah,
like I mean, you should just at that point just send a SWAT team.
I mean,
like
so
I don't. What are a couple of handful of cops gonna do? You know, after what all these kids and you're interviewing them and shit.
Yeah, but are you gonna believe them?
Right.
If a bunch of teenagers come off of the mountain after telling you that there's a psycho, that's what they get. That so first story is there's a psycho killer. When you finally show up to go get them, they're all covered in blood, scratched up. One's missing a couple of fingers, and they burned down a cabin.
And a few of them are dead.
And there's monsters. Yeah, and a few of them are dead. And now there's monsters. There's no psycho anymore. There's now monsters. Like that, without following the story along, that's not a very believable story.
Plus, but at the same time, if I saw them in that state of condition, I would be like, damn, we should be like prepared for anything.
Well, also remember that like they don't have any proof because all the proof burns down in the cabin.
Yep.
So like they don't have any of the journals or anything like that. They just have the word of these traumatized kids that basically are all sitting there telling them like it was a monster.
Yeah, but like, okay, like 9 times out of 10, like, I don't know, maybe because like I would always give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, if one person lying about something, that makes sense, but like they can't all be lying about the same thing. You know what I mean?
I think it's more that like, so if you think about it, like if someone told you there were monsters in Disneyland, like you wouldn't believe them, right? Because it's like
the bear.
Right,
the bear that was in Disney World the other week.
That we sat there and went, Is that real?
When Kels and I were first talking about it, I was like, yeah, there's a bear at Disney World. And Kels was like, I thought that was just like a joke.
I thought that people were just making a joke, like there
Winnie
was
the
an
Pooh.
animatronic or something, but no, there was an actual bear at Disney World.
Yeah. So like
How?
there are just things.
I just wandered in. Like there's no walls around Disney World as a reminder. So like it just wandered in right behind Magic Kingdom.
And
So
other developments around there have shrunk the bear's habitat. So bears are going to go where they perceive as safer.
Mhm.
Disney World.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you know,
it's
like
colorful
even
and nice.
something as simple as that, like oh, like that's really hard to like even fathom. And I mean, like, you know, we've all worked with the public in some aspect, right? Whether it's children, whether it's some sort of like customer service role, you know that people come up with wild ass stories where it's like we get the benefit of knowing that they're telling the truth. I have had, oh my God. Okay. So when I worked at Girl Scout camp, my last summer, long story short, we had a guy at the state park. Maverick, that is not for you. We had a guy at the state park across the lake from us go missing. That individual did happen to have drowned. Very sad. So just, you know, TLDR, there was a guy that went missing and he drowned in the lake that we shared with the state park. So while we didn't know where that man was and he was just missing, my staff were freaking out, right? Like literally every bump that they heard was the man hiding in the bushes. So I got a call one night while this guy was still tentatively missing. Again, we all know now because I spoiled the ending for you that he had died. So there was no
it
man
was
in
not
the
the man in
bushes.
the bushes.
There was no man in the bushes. So I got a call one night from these counselors who had worked themselves up, just absolutely terrified. They were convinced that either there was the man in the bushes or a cougar. And I could not get them to calm down until I went out there and did the most stupid white person horror movie thing ever and had to go out there. And I did bring a buddy, so we at least both would have died at the same time.
Oh my God.
But we had to go out there, and I literally had to like walk around with like a stick, and I was like checking to make sure there was nobody in the bushes around this campsite. Again, there wasn't. But you know, like I didn't believe them, but there was still a chance, like, yeah, there could have been something out there. So I was still scared. But like, you're not going to believe that there is these like people eating monsters out there, like the freaking cougar. So let's, in this, my wonderful story, let's say like the cougar was the Wendigo. The likelihood of there being a cougar living in a camp full of screaming children, so low. Not impossible. But there was definitely not going to be a cougar living under their cabin.
Yeah.
So very similar where it's like, yeah, not impossible that there's a giant monster out there eating people and destroying things, but also like very unlikely. I'm not going to believe them either.
And like, I think it's important to remember that like this mountain has not been free of controversy. Like the janitor thing that you were convinced was going to come up later. You know, like that had just been what, a year ago or something like that. Like, so like there's already
just proved that they had beef.
Yeah, you know, like there's already rumors around this mountain. I'm sure that, you know, the cops get a new thing every week of, you know, like someone saw X, Y, and Z because they freaked themselves out on the mountain and convinced themselves that, you know, they saw Sasquatch or whatever.
Well, plus it's also the 1-year anniversary of of Beth and Hannah disappearing, right? And it's the same group of kids on the mountains. They're already traumatized. So that could also be adding to the like, what's happening with these children?
It's all a conspiracy theory.
Definitely not saying that, you know, like they shouldn't be believed, but there is a healthy dose of skepticism that would have to come in with the claim of there's monsters on that mountain. Yeah. Because you have to pass the hurdle number 1 of monsters aren't real.
Yeah.
right? This doesn't take place in a world where, like monsters are an everyday occurrence. You have to get past the real world hurdle of monsters aren't real.
Yeah.
But like after, people being like, "Oh my God, aliens are real, Bigfoot is real." Like, why don't they? No, I would believe that shit.
I mean, you can't think
Rule it
about
out.
the idea of, how can I equate this? Um, mm, okay, we'll take this in conspiracy theory route. We're going to get political for just a second. The whole idea of the shadow government running everything behind the scenes and all of that.
Lizard people.
Yeah, it's kind
Yeah.
of one of those things. The conspiracy theories are always there. You can't go through and investigate every single conspiracy theory. You'd be
Sorry.
sitting there, there's a reason why, what is it, Roswell, New Mexico or whatever it is, Area 41, still has all of the things associated with it, despite the fact that, if I remember correctly, people think there was aliens because it was nuclear bomb testing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
I mean, think about it.
That makes sense.
These kids have been out in the cold and freezing as well. And if I remember correctly, hypothermia has some hallucinatory functions as your body starts shutting down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, these kids have been through something traumatic no matter what. The problem is that trauma fucks with your brain
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
to the
I
point
mean,
that
you
you don't know
even
what you saw.
yeah, and I mean, you even get like Josh, who is very much like at the end, very actively or in a psychotic break.
Yeah.
Where I mean, that's the vision that we see is his like all within his brain processing, and I think if we would have read, if he would have gotten to see the journal,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and then he would have had that vision because the vision's there, right? Of
Mm-hmm.
like connecting the dots of like, oh, this is my sister. This is what happened to my sister. But like I think that journal helps make those final points, and then she recognizes him in a moment of humanity. Maverick friends with this one. Um, but yeah, no, and it's like I said before, like we really get the benefit of seeing everything happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, to your point, Mana, about how they're like, why would they're all saying the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You look at like the one of the instances, and of course, as a special interest of mine, the Mothman. One of
So much.
the first sightings of the Mothman was of these two couples. So 4 people who, this was like in the 60s, all had the same story that they told the police, admitted to them that they were on drugs,
Oh.
and but still then also the stories all matched, right? Like I think they were on they were high on weed, if I remember correctly, but like their stories still match, right? So that's where now when people are like analyzing stories about Mothman, their stories still have weight because they are 4 people who admitted that they were under the influence of something that all of their stories still matched.
That's crazy.
I
And
mean,
the same thing here.
Mm-hmm. Go
The
ahead.
same thing here. It's like these traumatized teens, with the exception, I would say, of like Matt, who literally only had like one interaction with a Wendigo the entire night. Like these teens all are saying, this is what the monsters are.
Mm-hmm.
So that has a little bit more weight to it, but it's still not like hard like evidence.
It's also important to remember that so when you start talking about like testimony and memory, our memories and testimony really should not be admissible as like any kind of evidence, because the way that you can kind of think about memory is every time that you think about something, it's like glass that you've heated up, right? You mold it a little bit. It's a little bit different shape when you store it back into the long-term memory bank. So even things that you think that you remember from 20 years ago, you're actually not actually remembering the real event. You're remembering what your interpretation was of the event because your brain is having to fill in the extra pieces. Now,
Yep.
as a reminder, they've had what 6 hours since calling for help to the point where they were picked up, which means that they've had 6 hours to all talk to each other, which means that those stories are inherently going to be the same. So it's a very interesting part of forensic linguistics, actually, that you can look into when it looks at how we actually talk about memory, and the ways that memory is almost like replicable in people, because the way that you describe something, a lot of times if you tell about a person about an event enough times, a person can literally think that they were there when they were not, unless they have some sort of information in their brain that tells them, no, I wasn't there because of XYZ.
Yeah. Like this was like 10 years ago. I witnessed a car accident. Driving with my parents. There was a rollover car crash that happened literally right in front of us. And I knew in that moment, I was like, I was responsible for calling 911. I told them there was an accident, like, get here. And so we stayed, and my dad was going through the story of like what he saw in that moment over and over and over again. And I had to walk away because I could tell already that our stories were not lining up of what happened. He was remembering things that I didn't, or either I didn't see, or he's processing differently. And I knew that it's like, if I want to be a good witness, I need to not talk to him. Now, granted, like, again, I back into our fun hashtag not a serial killer. I grew up very obsessed with crime scene shows, very like obsessed with like criminology stuff, like the TV version, not like actual education like Kels has.
I have
love
actual
that
serial killer
disclaimer.
training.
Yeah. I just have the TV version of the training. But but even like in that moment, I recognize,
Y'all
like,
got
you can
trained, son.
recognize that, like, oh, this is our stories aren't matching up. We saw something different. Because I think like our biggest difference, and again, it was like 10 years ago, so I don't know. Dad had said something about how there was a bit where I thought I saw the van that flipped over speed up to run a light, and he thought that they had the light. And I think that was like our biggest difference. And it's like, well, we might as well just tell the police two different stories, because that, and also, like, there could be other cameras that could corroborate, who knows, but it's better to actually have just like not gone back and forth and said, like, figured out like, this is what's happening, right? So yeah, no, they've had forever to talk to each other to get their stories straight. And that's kind of the same thing, like back to like my Mothman example. I think they went in the next morning to the police to report the Mothman sighting. So yeah, they had all night to work on or not necessarily work on their story, but to talk to each other. Not that I don't want to imply that, like, they're making stuff up, because in this case we know that they're not making stuff up, but they've had moments to talk to each other where they're like, no, like, and the one thing I think is wild is the fact that, and again, we don't blame her for it because she's right, but like the fact that Emily solely is only complaining about Mike and Matt to the police is so funny.
Oh, girl, at
Like,
least she consistent, I guess. Pop off, I guess.
yeah, okay, sorry. I was not looking at chat, like, at all. A lot of heart thinking that she was a witness to the Gourd Lake murder. Yeah, like, there's plenty of instances where these things, like,
yeah, if you want
false
to look
memories
into
and
some
shit.
like real world shit, there are stories of people that have been interrogated by police for like 12 hours straight, thinking that they committed a murder that they didn't commit because
Yeah,
they were asked about it for 12 hours. And so the
there was
brain
a BuzzFeed Unsolved
yeah,
episode like that.
The brain inherently, so one of the issues with the brain is that we don't actually process all of the information around us at all times. Basically, we take in the information in a scene, and then really we only start to notice changes in it. And that's so that your brain has the capacity to do other processing, right? We can sit here and talk because we're not sitting here worried about like trying to take in what the lighting is in the room every millisecond, right? So the problem is that when you go into something like that, your brain has to then try to fill in blanks and make certainties of things that it wasn't actually ever paying attention to. And so when it fills in those blanks, it tries to do it through logic rather than sensory because it doesn't have any sensory information. There's no reason for it to have sensory information. So it tries to reason its way into it. And you can get yourself into a really fucking weird spiral where you literally think that you have done something that you haven't done. You've been somewhere that you haven't been, et cetera, et cetera. It's a huge thing with like PTSD, actually, where you can have false memories of things that didn't actually end up happening to you. It's wild.
Like you're almost being brainwashed to think something happened, but it didn't.
Well, it's less about,
Ex-
like,
Extreme gaslighting.
well, it's less about that. Like, I think that it's more our memory is just not good. We place a lot of emphasis on our memory and what we remember being right, but if you look at like the statistics, people really only recall something like 60 to 65% of information accurately in a scene at any time. So things like witness testimonies, or even like if you have a memory of something that you are beefing with someone about, like something that you're sitting there going, they didn't do XYZ or they did do XYZ, there is a almost 50-50 chance that you are wrong about that thing because you've likely thought about it so many times that your brain has filled in false information. It's fun. So TLDR is your memory is a really shit tool that we use to actually make a lot of decisions. And in this situation, when you start talking about things that don't logically make sense, trying to convince someone else of that just based off of your memory, especially when you have something like really traumatic like this that happens very quickly, say like with the Wendigo, like I would love to hear all of them try to describe what the Wendigo looked like afterwards because you'd get wildly different um recountings of it just because they were fast, they were not well lit, and it was a traumatic event. So, size, shape, how many limbs, like I would pay money to hear what those were.
Absolutely. They would all probably mismatch, but like uh, those artist recreation thingies would be wild.
Yeah, you know. It's also like one of the reasons why like sketches of people, like the sketches that the police do, aren't usually particularly helpful. Because people sit there and go, yeah, they had a nose.
They had a nose. Yeah, it
Like,
looked like Rudolph.
yeah, like what did it look like? Like even ignoring the fact that most people don't have a decent vocabulary to kind of express those things. Like it's just not information that your brain thought was important at the time because you were trying to fucking live.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm 100% convinced that when Josh died, yeah, Matt definitely shit his pants in that lake.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike, sorry,
Mike.
Mike. Yeah, Mike. I'm sorry, they all start with M. All of them. All of them start with
I
M.
know. It was a wild choice to have Matt and Mike in the same game.
God.
Like someone
They should
needed
all
to
have
talk
changed
to the
their names.
character namers on that one. Um,
Yeah, I was too busy being traumatized to remember what their names are. No, but like, damn, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like that lake, oh, more polluted.
yeah, I wouldn't go swimming in that personally.
Yeah.
Wouldn't go swimming in there mostly because there might be some more dead bodies in there. I'm less worried about the poop. Um, and we're worried about, has Sam had a tetanus shot somewhere sometime in the last 10 years? Um,
No, also what like uh, how did he even get out of that? Like that's I mean, granted they were busy probably eating Josh.
mhm.
So that's probably how.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much I'm guessing that that was how he managed to get out of that, was that Hannah took her prize elsewhere
Yeah.
and he fucking ran. Um, which, like, I no blaming him for, like, Josh's head cracked like a watermelon. There was no saving him at that point.
Mm-mm.
But like the fact that I mean, I was confused at first because he's the one who went sinking,
Mhm.
and then she just appeared out of nowhere and just went for Josh.
Like, this is just a guess, but my guess is that he saw movement and went under the water because, in theory, the Wendigo wouldn't be able to see movement under the water. Um, and then Josh obviously did not catch the memo.
Mm. Also, he was going slightly insane. But
Yeah, I mean, he had other things he was thinking about at the time.
Okay, I think I found the BuzzFeed story that I was thinking of. So if you want an example of, false memories, the strange deaths of the 9 hikers of Dilatov Pass, I think is the one I'm thinking of. No, it's not. Hold on. I'm still pause. Basically, yeah, to kind of go back to what chat had mentioned,
Mhm.
if and that's kind of the unfortunate side to these false memories is, like, especially if the people who are interrogating you have already decided that you are guilty,
Mhm.
and they just interrogate you to fit the narrative that they're trying to put across.
I mean, as a like reminder, Japan has like a 95% win rate for prosecutors, because you get arrested and pretty much it's game over. You end up in interrogation for like 12, 24, 36 hours until you break, and they get their confession.
Mhm.
So, like, in case anyone was wondering, yeah, people think that that is a human rights violation, and Japan has been slapped on the wrist for it many a times. But that is the Japanese justice system at work. So it is a very large part of the conversations about that, in false memories and pressing someone and making them remember something over and over and over again. Like, it's no surprise that those are interrogation techniques. But when they were starting to be used, no one knew quite how effective they actually were. So,
There it is. The suspicious case of the Reykjavik confessions.
mhm.
That's the one that I was thinking of. Yeah, basically, where everybody that admitted to the crime didn't do it, and they put one of the people that, like, this was like in, so Reykjavik is what, Sweden. They put this one person in solitaire, and the only human interaction they had was interrogation. And or solitaire, you know what I mean.
Solitaire, yeah, they were inside of the
Yeah.
cars.
Yeah, so that's, sorry, my brain went on a whole tangent while the conversation continued, but
It's
I
okay.
needed to.
Reykjavik is also in Iceland.
Iceland, thank you.
Oh, Iceland. Okay.
I was relatively
You were close. Yeah, like,
but
You
not
were in
correct.
the
not really, but
general
Hey, closer than saying it was in Australia. So
that is
Yeah.
true. You could have been further away.
I could have been further away. Sorry, I had to
Kind
let my
of.
brain catch that or have it.
Yeah.
So that's if you want an example, BuzzFeed Unsolved,
Mhm.
the suspicious case of the Reykjavik confessions is what I was thinking of.
So crazy.
Yeah, memory is a fun thing to look into. So,
I don't have any, so I have 0 brain cells. That's how I go through life. Yeah.
anyways, so that was Until Dawn.
Yeah. We managed to save a good amount.
Yeah,
Wish we could have
Five
saved the best people.
for a blind playthrough, it actually wasn't too bad. Or
Yeah.
semi-blind. We cheated a little bit there at the end, but we wanted to save the dog, and that was the most important thing to us.
Honestly, yeah. I felt that the doggo deserved to live.
Mhm.
If any character deserved it, it was the
It was
doggo.
the dog.
Yeah. And then, wait. I don't understand this timeline of like when the hell would Josh have been able to find the diary? Like, no offense, like we weren't playing as Josh that long.
So, if I remember correctly, it's either you do it as Sam when you walk into that little area right before, like, around the time that we found the watch, or
Yeah.
it's somewhere in the room that you find Josh in. And I apparently just didn't look hard enough. I thought,
Part of me feels like it's near the grave.
yeah, it could be.
So it would have been that moment with Sam where if we would have kept looking
Yeah,
in that area, I think
it
is
would make
where it is.
sense.
Okay.
So,
So we just had to look a little harder at that point.
Yeah.
because I mean, we do get with it being a video game, we do get the benefit of knowing what the other characters know. So that
Mhm.
could have like de facto, even though like Josh may not have actually learned
Hmm.
that was his sister, by like Sam learning it because we learned it, then it helps him.
Yeah.
So it may not have necessarily been the false memory of we've played this game so many times that it's
Yeah,
like,
really.
is that how this happens? But
Yeah. So it's somewhere around that time period. It's like right before he dies, basically, that you have to pick it up. So, because you
Damn.
get a very small amount of time as Josh.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, well, we flew by that pretty fast. Like, I don't know when we would have even found it. Because there was no time. We were all just busy running or hiding from the Wendigo. So, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a last minute kind of save thing.
Oh.
I mean, I think that I personally like both endings because I think that both of them are poetic in their own way.
yeah.
Like the whole Josh getting killed by his sister after basically trying to get revenge for his sister on his friends, I think is just delicious. But also, like him deciding to join them after his brain is basically broken into pieces. Like he's already kind of mentally there.
Yeah.
So at
Yeah.
that point, that's him kind of returning to Hannah, because
Yeah.
obviously at that point he can't return to Beth. So
Okay, so
The other way is him returning to Beth.
right, yeah, technically.
I'm just wondering, since there's all these possibilities and shit, like, there has to be at least one survivor in the game, right? Because otherwise, then the cops going
No.
there, like,
We have
there
killed
is a
everyone.
version.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
a
so
version where everyone died. Then how do they know what to do?
Because remember
they-
they called for help.
Yeah.
Okay,
So the
but like
cops
if they
come on
find
this empty house, because
Well, it
the
could
house
still be,
never
like, burned.
burns.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah,
they come to this empty house that these kids were basically calling for help from, and they have all of the documentation that was in the house.
But it all burned.
No, because it doesn't burn if they're not in the house, right? If they die before they set it on fire, because they set it on fire at the last minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that, and I would need to look it up to confirm. I think Sam and Mike have to make it to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and that's where the make it or break it is if you can burn the house down and escape,
Mm-hmm.
then those two survive. But they can die there.
Yes.
They can. There's plenty of places for both, because I think, yeah, if we didn't call out, now that I've not in fight or flight mode, if we didn't call out to save Mike,
Mm-hmm.
Hannah would have gone after him.
Yep.
And killed him. And then there are plenty of opportunities that Sam could have moved
Mm-hmm.
and gotten her head ripped off. So yeah, that you can you
And
can
then the
kill
game would
everybody.
just say game over, right?
Yeah, you would get like, you'd still get an you get the death montage. There
Mhm.
would be some sort of end to it. It's not just going to be like, fade to black, goodbye,
Right.
good night kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it's not
But
like game over.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
But then
but yeah, you can
the
get
cops are just interviewing no one, and they're just showing a montage of like.
well, like there might be, some it's been so long since I've done a bad end that I can't remember.
If I remember correctly, it's like a news broadcast or like something. It's something odd that they have to do because if not, like
Yeah, how are they reporting on
right,
it?
you know.
I know I'm also confusing it with the way that the quarry ended, since
Yeah.
we did the quarry end much more recently than we've done any other Until Dawn end. So
Mhm.
that's where I'm like, I don't remember, because I know I'm confusing it with the podcast that happens
Yeah.
at the end of the quarry.
Yeah, and we listened to that podcast so many times. Yeah, no, if I remember correctly, like
Podcast.
it is like some sort of it's either the police notes or like some news broadcast kind of a thing that happens so that
Where
to
they say
basic
we found all these bodies.
yeah,
all the-
you know, and basically no one kind of knows what exactly happened at that point. The
They might
worst
leave us off with like a oh, and there's going to be more investigation into the mines, and then
Mhm.
like they're all going to die.
Yeah. My personal opinion of the worst endings is when you only have one character that lives.
Yeah.
Because then they have the guilt that they were the only one.
Yeah, because like you can have Sam live, you can have Mike live, and you can have Emily live because Emily can leave, but Sam and Mike can still be trapped in the house. So
Having her be the sole survivor would be so.
I mean, she is very interesting. I do remember watching a YouTube video of her
Being the only survivor.
being the only survivor. Yeah, because like if you think about her entire thing, it's very weird, right? She goes through all of this wild shit because like she doesn't ever see any of Josh's real pranks, right? Because she comes out to Chris and Ashley freaking out because they think Josh is dead. She and Matt go to the tower. The tower then falls, so she misses the whole Josh reveal in general. Fights her way out of the mines, gets bit by the Wendigo, gets the gun pointed at her by Mike. And at that point, I think Ashley has to be alive at that point too, if I remember correctly. Because I think the first time you can kill off Ashley is when if you go to try to have her save Jessica.
Herself.
Yeah. But then, it's basically like all of her friends get picked off. So she has this very weird kind of trajectory where she never really figures out any of what's going on. And she
just
kind
like-
of bitches about what happened because
like Matt.
again, she never got any of the information about what was going on because she was never in any of the plot lines long enough to figure anything out.
The wildest ending would be just Matt. Boy just like missed everything. He doesn't even know Wendigos exist till the very end. And even then he only got a brief glimpse.
Like, here's the thing is that I don't even know if he really got a glimpse of it, or whether, like, as soon as he started running in the ending that we got, he just didn't realize Jessica wasn't behind him for a bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, after not hearing her voice anymore, I'm sure he figured it out.
I mean, he
Know what I
wouldn't
mean?
know that there was he would have figured out something happened to her, but if he never saw the Wendigo, then he has no reason to think it was a monster, right? You might think it was an animal or something that dropped down. You know, like there's a wolf in the mine or something like that, which is
Yeah.
far more realistic
Than a Wendigo.
than a Wendigo that he
Well,
doesn't
like,
even
kinda-
know exists.
like kind of going back to the like how believable is this story, right? Like literally your first guess on any of this stuff as a person where in a world where it's like monsters do not exist, you're not going to think, "Oh, monster."
Yeah.
You're going to think, "Oh, bear. Oh, moose."
Oh, moose,
You know,
elk.
moose elk.
The moose are fucking people up in the mines. It's fine.
Yeah. You know,
Makes
like
sense.
you're gonna think that, and especially because I mean, he also thinks that there's a psycho. Like, oh, it's the psycho. I better keep running. No, because the logical progression on here for somebody who does not have the confirmation that monsters exist is that it's not monsters.
Like, I would love to know whether he actually ever figured out that there was a monster, or whether until the end he thought it was all the psycho. And then, you know, like everyone got back and
I
he's over
mean-
there going, the fuck
Are
did
there
you guys
portions where
have?
it's just Matt is the last survivor?
I don't think Matt
I'm
can
pretty
ever
sure,
be a
right?
solo survivor.
Really?
Well, I think the only
Why? I mean-
solos that you can get are probably either like Mike or Sam.
And Emily.
Are you serious?
And Emily.
Yeah.
Wait, but like, if Matt survived the way he did right here, how would he not survive? I mean, what? Like, and if,
I mean, also
like, say
remember that,
hypothetically,
like,
we killed off everybody in the house, right? If we killed off everybody in the house, then how would he not be the last survivor?
well, also remember that, so you're thinking about it if, you know, like you removed all of these characters, but the thing is that the Wendigos, if those characters don't exist anymore, the Wendigos are no longer killing them. So
Right.
they're in different scenes, right? Because there's no reason for them to like be in the house if no one's in the house, for instance. So.
Oh yeah, that's why they have to make it to the house. Got it.
Like there,
for the final thing to even happen.
There's a lot of like different things that can influence, but the like one of the things of Until Dawn is a lot of your decisions do actually determine what endings happen, just because it determines what characters are in certain scenes. So what certain characters know, where certain characters are, whether they have another person, can very much vary whether or not they survive or not.
Got it. Wow.
So, because like,
complicated.
if you think about it, if we hadn't just like left Jessica, she might have been in better shape during that last scene. So she might have been able to run out with Mike when he decided to run. But she was in fucked up shape because we just left her. And then she spent the next 6 hours unconscious or whatever, which was probably not good for her either. And so when she did wake up, she was disoriented. She didn't know where she was. She was also in her underwear, which in the cold was probably not great. And so that affected her ending. So.
I mean, the likelihood that she probably already has hypothermia that has set in, so she's probably not feeling the cold, which is not good, because one of the signs of hypothermia is that like you feel warm even though your body is freezing. So that's where like you get instances where people who are hypothermic will strip off their clothes because their bodies are like, I am so hot, like I need to take off layers. So that could be like, you know, it could explain, you know, why she's totally chill. And also, you know, she's very heavily injured. So not really probably thinking about how she's just in her underpants.
She was an hour ago. No, just kidding. Anyway. Oh wow, that's still wow. This game, yo. This game is crazy. So many different endings.
Yeah, like it's very interesting that like if you have the depending on who lives and what their relationship is, can also depend on like whether or not someone lives or dies. So like the Ashley thing, Ashley can either be in love with you or murder you as Chris. You know,
Damn.
it's one or the other.
There, according to the internet, there are 186 unique endings that you can get in Until Dawn.
186. What the?
Mhm.
186 different combinations for endings.
Who sat down and? I mean, the developers, but
Yeah.
The developers.
I mean, the developers, but yeah.
I mean, also
so
remember
they're-
that like so the way
So
that
there's a
Until
whole ending
Dawn,
where everybody lives except obviously Josh.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an ending like that. We've gotten it.
Yeah,
They're
you,
I mean, they all live, so it's good, but also their friends still died or
Uh-huh.
yeah. Well, I mean,
disappeared. So
even though technically it's a lie, like there, like I've been saying, there are 4 unavoidable deaths.
mhm.
Everything else completely unavoidable or completely avoidable.
Yeah.
If you play it right. So, but yeah, no, they're Hannah and Beth always die. The stranger always dies, and we confirmed that there are 2 endings for Josh, and neither of them are super great.
Mhm.
But it's unavoidable. You get one of the 2, as opposed to everyone else where because Jess can, like for Jess for instance, can die really early in the game. She's one of those characters that like spans the whole game of when she can die.
Yeah.
And I think if she, just like Matt, if I wouldn't have had her run, she would have survived. So there are those moments where it's like they're finally safe. But yeah, no,
Mhm.
there's literally only 4 characters that we can't really change their stories. Everyone else is part of that 186. Well, technically Josh is part of that too, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. And like some of the 186, so like
6, sorry.
Sam can die like 6 different ways in that lodge, like if you move, if you do the wrong thing, etc., etc., etc. So
Okay.
all of those are considered technically different endings. The different police interviews, depending on
Mhm.
like whether or not you made friends with people, that can change. So those are all considered different endings. So the main story that we saw, like it generally doesn't change a lot. It's going to be the same main story beats. Like Josh is always going to be the psycho. He's always going to try to play this trick on his friends. There's always going to be the Wendigos that come up. Generally, pretty much everything always ends in the lodge. And depending on who gets out, that all of that kind of goes the same way. It just depends on whether or not you get certain sequences because certain characters are alive or in different places or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Or their relationship status.
yeah, it's very rare that like the relationship status can majorly change a scene, but
Yeah.
it can do a little bit. So like um sometimes characters will be in scenes longer if they have a better relationship because they won't sit there and argue. Um,
Yeah.
but in general, a lot of Until Dawn's different endings are just small variations, which I think is why
Yeah.
we only played it through 3 times.
Yeah, I think we did a blind,
Yep.
a best end, and
Yep,
worst
and
end.
a worst end.
Yeah.
And that chat that time gave me shit for murdering Jessica because I didn't like her and accused
I mean,
me of being unfair.
but at the same time, I mean, if you were going for the bad ending anyway, they can't be mad. Or you,
I
if you,
think it was our blind.
Yeah, it
Uh-huh.
was our blind
Oh.
one. I had
'Cause
been
we were very
talking about,
clear.
yeah, I'd been talking about the whole time how I couldn't stand Jessica. To be clear, I'd never played it. I had no idea what I was going into.
Yeah.
But I was so irritated by Jessica and killed her off at the first time, just because I missed a quick time event, and chat accused me of killing her off because I was annoyed with her.
Wow,
And it was
rude.
like, no, I just hit the wrong button, man. Um,
Yeah.
no, it wasn't you.
Oh
This
no,
was like years ago. This was the first game that we ever streamed.
Yeah.
So
No, this was back when
it
Kels was
first
the
came
only
out.
one talking.
yeah.
I was just in chat.
Hmm.
Um, this was back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah.
The olden times of
Hmm.
very beginnings of
Hmm.
stream. So yeah, it was not you.
It was no,
Um,
no, no. We had a very interesting chat that time. That we never
mhm.
quite got back, but
Mm,
yeah. So it was a very interesting, fully
like
blind
Josh
playthrough.
fan. I mean, Jess fanboys.
Yeah, yeah. People really like Jess. Like, if you look on the internet, because I went around the Reddit page for a bit, people feel very strongly about Jess and Emily. Um,
Really?
yeah, they seem to be those characters that you either love them or you hate them.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
like Emily, I have
Oh,
a
we
little
know.
bit more tolerance towards just because she's
Yeah,
fairly resourceful. So
yeah.
her sections are fairly interesting to play. Um, because some of them get a little walking simulator sometimes. When
Like,
it's like,
like she'll complain the whole
oh,
time, but
she
she'll get shit
absolutely
done.
complains the whole goddamn time. She is like, let me just point out, she is awful. She is not one of my favorite characters. Um, uh,
I'm just glad we saved Matt. If we couldn't save Chris, I'm just glad we saved Matt.
I Matt is not one of my favorites either, admittedly.
Really? But
Yeah,
he's so kind to everyone.
like it's kind
Oh no,
of.
I like kind people.
I think it's less like him being. He left Emily just hanging. I kind of have a problem calling him kind after we literally left her to basically die. She just happened to survive. Uh, but like,
But like, if we
why?
both would have,
I
like, there,
I
like we
don't
had
get
to
why they're
choose,
dating each
like,
other.
survival.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't like
y-
them dating each other
you
either.
don't have to.
Like,
I should point out, if you save her, he doesn't die.
really?
Yeah, yeah, you just
Yeah.
chose to let her die. Um,
Oh, oh, whoops. Ooh, ooh.
yeah, no,
But
it's
then,
not a full choice of like. It's very rare that Until Dawn will give you a choice of, like, this character can die or this character will die. Um, it's pretty much most of the time you can save them both in those major scenarios if you do all the
Mhm.
quick time events right.
Yes.
That's how you kill them off, is you fail quick time events. The Quarry was not like that. You couldn't kill anyone in a goddamn quick time event, but
No. Somehow we could just everyone lived, and it was like, God damn
I'm
it!
so mad still.
It was so hard. Because
why
we
are you
tried
mad
to do.
about that?
Well, we tried to do. So we did our 3 playthroughs,
Mhm.
right? We did. Well, we tried.
Yep.
Um, we tried to do. We did a blind.
Mhm.
So went into it. And then we tried, and I don't think we even did a successful Everyone Lives.
Nope, because I screwed up on the last one, on the last shooting the werewolf in the face.
Yeah.
In
And
the
so
lodge.
and it's really hard to get everyone to die in
Mhm.
that game. So
Yeah, this one it's pretty easy. You fail a couple of quick time events in major
And they're
scenarios,
gone.
and yeah, they're gone.
yeah.
It's pretty easy to identify when you fuck them up. Also, if you fail too many quick time events, they start kind of playing a little bit differently. So like take Mike's fingers. There are moments where it is harder to control Mike, like aiming the gun and stuff like that, because he doesn't have
Mhm.
those fingers. He just
Mhm.
doesn't have the same
Oh,
dexterity. So,
so were you having trouble
I mean, I
with it?
wouldn't say I was having trouble, but it's a penalty that you take for getting the machete.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
So, like, there are trade-offs that do actually affect the gameplay that you guys don't feel, because I'm the one that gets to feel those. Um,
Yep.
so, like, if you fail too many of like the climbing things, a lot of the time later quick time events get really fast, so you can
Ooh.
fail those a lot easier because the characters are tired, they're scraped up, they're all that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
They make it pretty realistic.
mhm. Yeah. So like every time they give you the choice of like, do you want to jump or do you want to take the safer way? If you take the safer way, you don't have those quick time events, so you don't take those risks.
Yeah.
So then you don't take those penalties if you fail them. You don't really
Mm.
get anything for doing them. I just like showing off, apparently. Um,
You sure did.
ah,
My
I look
attachment to
cool.
any of the characters is based entirely on what I recognize the actor from. Same.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Me. That is me.
All right, y'all. It's later for you guys.
It
It's
is.
tomorrow. So
Time to
we should
go.
probably
Yeah, I think
wrap
it
it
is
up.
time to wrap up. Thanks for watching. We will be back. What is today?
Thursday.
We will be back
Today is
Thursday.
today is now Wednesday for you.
Yes.
But
We'll be
Thursday.
back Thursday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific, as per normal. Anyone have any announcements? Oh, COVID tests. You can now order new COVID tests through the Postal Service if you are in the U.S. So remember to do that.
So order them now.
Yes.
So we are the other thing that I wanted to talk about is of course, congrats to the WGA
Mhm.
on their resolution. Hopefully SAG will also get a fantastic deal here very soon. And then they've voted to authorize, but they have not officially called a strike for the video game actors.
Mhm.
And we are aware of that. We're keeping an eye on that.
Yep.
So the some of the or I don't think any of our currently planned games. We don't have a. Do we have another group game that we figured out we're gonna do?
We do not. So
So
we'll
we'll
have to
just
talk about that one.
and we will be aware of
Yeah.
making sure that we're not, if it does come to a strike, that we're not promoting struck work.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And believe me, I have been scouring all of the credits for all these games that we are playing. It has been goddamn hell. But it is more
Like there's a
important.
list?
Yeah, so
Mhm.
basically, there's this list of companies and there's a list of games. And just to make sure that we aren't playing anything by a struck company, because a lot of the lists are for things that are either currently in development or recently released. So, like, if we were playing The Quarry, those actors were on strike, and so we weren't going, like, obviously we weren't going to play it anyways because we've already played it. But I went through all of Until Dawn to figure out whether or not they had been part of that. All of Until Dawn was made by Sony, so it wasn't. We didn't end up having any issues.
Yeah.
But I have been very diligent in making sure that we aren't working on it, that we aren't playing any of those, which is why you may see us on a couple more Japanese games than normal, but y'all give me a break
Yay.
sometimes. So, yes, we are aware of that. Yes, we are working on making sure that we don't cross the picket line, I think is the saying.
Yes.
So, and we are hoping that they get everything they're asking for.
They better.
They deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they work so damn hard.
Exactly.
These companies, in all instances, and including and I apologize for not remembering the name of the auto workers union that's also on strike right now.
Mhm.
All of these unions are full of people that are responsible for these companies making money. These companies would not be making, the AMPTP would not be making money without the WGA and SAG.
Mhm.
Same thing with the big three automakers. They would not be making money without these auto workers. So we should
TLDR.
support workers. Yeah.
Pay your
TLDR,
goddamn
support
people.
workers. Yeah.
Just pay
Support
people, damn it.
workers. And that was my announcement. That's the thing I want to talk about. So COVID tests and support workers.
Yep.
Yes.
Mana, you got any announcements?
No.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna wrap up then. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night, all, and we'll see you on Thursday.
Bye.
Bye.